Hi there. In this video, I will summarize the basic rules of derivatives and solve problems related to these rules. So the first rule is called the constant function rule. If we have a function that is equal to a constant k, the derivative of that function is equal to 0. Power rule: if we have a function that is equal to x with a power n, the derivative of that function is equal to n multiplied by x, and the power will be n minus 1. Constant multiple rule: if we have a function that is equal to a constant multiplied by another function, the derivative will be equal to k multiplied by the derivative of g. Sum rule: if we have a function that consists of two functions g plus h, the derivative will be equal to the derivative of the first function plus the derivative of the second function. Last rule: if we have a function that is equal to g minus h, the derivative of that function will be equal to g prime minus h prime. Let's solve some problems related to the basic rules of derivatives. So if we have a function that is equal to x with a power 5, the derivative of that function will be equal to 5, we'll move it aside, multiplied by x, and that power 5 will be 5 minus 1. So the derivative will be equal to 5 multiplied by x, and the power is 5 minus 1 will be equal to 4. This is the derivative of that function. Let's solve another example. If we have a function that is equal to 5x minus 2, the derivative will be equal to 5 multiplied by x, and since the power of this x is 1, so the derivative will be 5x to power 1 minus 1, and the derivative of this constant is 0. So the derivative will be equal to 5 multiplied by x power 0. And as we know, when a power is 0, that will be 1. So the derivative will be 5 multiplied by 1, which is 5. This is the derivative of this function. Let's solve another problem. If we have a function that is equal to x power cube plus x power 2 minus x plus 1, and of course here, since we don't have anything here, that means the power is 1. So the derivative will be equal to 3, we'll move it aside, multiplied by x, and the power 3 minus 1, plus, again, x has a power 2, that 2 will be moved aside, 2 multiplied by x, and the power will be 2 minus 1. Minus, here we have a power 1, so we'll move it aside, multiplied by x, and the power, we subtract 1, plus, this is a constant, so the derivative of a constant is 0. So the derivative will be equal to 3 multiplied by x. 3 minus 1 will be 2, plus 2 multiplied by x. 2 minus 1 is 1, minus 1 multiplied by x power 0 plus 0. Again, since here we have x power 0, this will be equal to 1. So the derivative will be equal to 3x2 plus 2x power 1 minus 1 times 1 is 1. This is the derivative of this function. Let's solve one more problem. If we have a function that is equal to 1 over x cubed, so in order to apply the power rule here, we have to move this x from the denominator up to the numerator. And if we need to move this to the numerator, we have to change the power to minus. So this will be equal to x minus 3. So I changed the sign of that power to minus 3 since I moved it up to the numerator. So now I can apply the power rule on x power minus 3. So the derivative is equal to that power minus 3, I have to move it aside, multiply by x minus 3 minus 1. The derivative will be equal to minus 3x minus 3 minus 1 is minus 4. And this is the derivative for that function. I'm Hatem Omari. Thank you for watching my video about the basic rules of derivatives. In my next video, I will summarize the derivative of product rule and solve problems related to it. Thank you.